Hi guys, and welcome to Season 5 of A Capital Adventure. Now, you're all wondering, wait a minute, what happened to the playoffs there, Donald? There was playoffs. We were promised playoffs. Blame my recording. We were actually quite good at it. We were okay. Oh. Yeah, we want this season. That season we want? Yes it is. Oh, I was not going to show oh no, we've gone one too many. There we go. We'll get there eventually. So, we had beaten Patrick Thistle in the 55th minute. They came back and we drew. That's not getting answered. So, I do apologise for the phone ringing in the background. It can ring, and it can ring. 2 secs, guys. I do apologise for that, guys. I do love a good scam phone call now and then. Winding them up's even funnier. Or for anyone who is interested who do get these phone calls, play along and then just ask some questions that they can't answer. Like that guy said his name was Alan. Clearly wasn't Alan, so you just ask where he's from once he rattles through his questions, and then he goes, goodbye. Obviously I'm not going to do the accent. The man was clearly from a call centre in a different country. We all get them, we all know who they're from. It's also the same when you get BT saying they're going to shut down your internet. They're not. All you have to do is ask them what's been downloaded or what's the system that has been infected. They can't answer these questions. So it's always good to know. This is kind of coming into marketing, how to beat a scammer moment. Yeah, so pass this on, especially for people I know have probably got maybe older parents, grandparents, who probably do receive these calls. When you know more maybe about technology than them do, coach them on it. See the questions that they ask. If they go, your computer has got an infection, you go, what's it's your Windows system? You go, I've got Windows 8. If anyone still runs that. Windows 10, I have a laptop, I have a computer, I have an iPad. What's the system that's wrong? And I can fix it. And yeah, they eventually give up. It's the same when they say, for BT and you've done something wrong and it's up the line. You just go, I'll just phone BT and I'll sort it out with them, thanks. So yeah, anyway, there's your coaching of how to deal with scammers 101. So yes, we then drew in the second leg. Craig Story put us ahead. It was all looking good, 2-0 up, and then Aidan Conley stuck one away in the 70th minute. We then went and had Ross County come, and they went ahead with Conor McBride in the 44th minute. James Wallace in the dying embers of the game equalised and gave us a fighting chance. We then went on a bizarre game, of which we were absolutely dismal in the first half to then absolutely... It was a Jekyll and Hyde performance in the second half of the second leg, but ultimately we beat Ross County and ultimately we were promoted. So we did lose. Our very only friendly we've had this season is to Brighton and Hove Albion 2-1. Took an early lead through Blair Henderson, who will be very lucky to see game time this season, so he might be on the way out the door. Jörgen Lokeda and Davy Proper put them in ahead just as it happened. It was a friendly, bit of moolah into the club. I do apologise. We then went on to beat Dundee in the Betfred Cup 1-0. Again, you're probably looking at this the screen there and seeing a few names you don't recognise. Yeah, we'll get to that. Then we went on and hammered Arbroath 5-0. Then Dundee came along and we also gave them a little bit of a pasting. I wouldn't say much of a pasting, judging by the rating. You would think they'd actually we lucky to escape that with a 1-0. We then went on to beat Annan Athletic 3-0. Again, you look at them and you think, ooh, good, iffy performance. But yeah, so we shall get on to transfers. We're a little bit over the wage budget. Don't worry about that. There's plans. So, Jack Hamilton 4-star current ability, 5-star potential player. Brought in from Falkirk for really next to absolute nothing. 32 grand. He's already probably worth more than that. Already, for an advanced forward, he's got the right attributes: natural pace, natural fitness is good, acceleration's good, agility's good, anticipation, decisions, composure's good, he's off the ball's very good, his leadership's good, work rate's good. He needs probably a bit of teamwork. His positioning's no the greatest, but he gets around. His passing's also no the greatest. But this dribbling, he's very good at dribbling, or average at dribbling. Finishing's very good, and first touch is average. So all in all, a very good acquisition for the club. Santiago Sendin, I'm going to call him Sedin, is a 3-star current ability, 3.5-star potential backup goalkeeper to a youngster we've got in. He's the first of 2 South Americans that are in the club. He's okay. He's reasonable. We then have Liam Gordon, who we've pinched off of Ross County. He just generally came up, but I actually was looking at him kind of when we were kind of really close to the end of the season, thinking of team players that were going to be, you know, unhappy at the club that they were at, or stuff, or maybe coming up in freeze, and he came up. I don't think, if he didn't go up, I don't think we'd have got him. To be fair, again, we've lost out on a few players that probably would have helped us a lot due to just being where we were at the time of the thing. It's a thing that I'm going to put it here, and I'll be doing a video maybe July time of things I would like to see in FM20 when it comes out later in the year, is the takeover time. Takeover time seems to start at the fixture lists. It really shouldn't. Once the season ends, no matter what division you're in, if your team has been promoted automatically or through the playoffs, when the playoffs finish, that should be the takeover period. So then it gives teams more aimed. This is more aimed for smaller teams, lower divisions. For instance, myself here at Edinburgh City, or lower league in England, France, Germany, Spain, to name the few. It doesn't help that if you come up a division, so from say National League to League 2, and you go, Arsenal have released a reasonable player that you've scouted him all season, he's really not wanting to come, blah 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 blah, and then you've taken that step because he wants to play league football more than anything else. So you take that step up, you've strengthened to much you think you can, but this is the player that you've had your eye on. This is what you want. He's got, for instance, he's a midfielder, so he's got like 20, that's been on that's maybe 15 crossing and stuff like that, but he's never going to make it, and he's only 20, for instance. He's going, oh, your club doesn't match my ambitions, you know, your current level, and then it's because your game is still reading you in the low division, and then you have to take over. By the time you take over, he's sitting in League 2 at a different club, and you've lost that player, and you're not going to get him because you don't have the financial muscle maybe of what his value is worth to try and get him, and he's obviously just signed. So that's probably one of the things, but we'll get into that later in the year, obviously. So yes, that was my little rant. But yeah, vision massively. He needs something, glasses or something. But he's all round for a non-nonsense centre back, central defender. He is good. So he probably will play as a no-nonsense centre back. I probably will change it up a little bit. So that is Liam Gordon. Now, our first team goalkeeper is Zhao. 3.5-star already, 5-star cut potential ability, 4-star with the black 5th star. Again, it's stuff like bravery I'm looking at, because it doesn't really show as much up in that, but you can see he's not very good at anticipating the ball. He's got okay command of his area, probably will go up. Communication's okay. He's got good aerial reach, and that's due to his height. He's got very good reflexes, so he can dive about. He's got very good kicking. 1-on-1s are iffy, but he's got good jumping reach, and his pace is good, and his strength is good, so he's going to be good coming up for corners and the odd free kick. He's not very flary, so he's not very Brazilian. As I say, when I look at flair, I always assume, you know, your Brazilians, the Argentinians would have, no matter what their position, would have high flair. But he is good. He's got his eccentricity is very low as well, which good. So he's not going to be showing off just as much. Yeah, he doesn't have much. He's got a tendency to rush out by the looks of things, but at 9, I wouldn't be rushing out too much with your 1-on-1s not being just up there. His tendency to punch is very low. He's got very low throwing, but okay, his vision also needs to wear glasses. He's a bit of a lazy player, work rate wise. Positioning's reasonable, good leadership, determination. Yeah, I could probably tutor him and find someone is a bit more determined than he is to give him up, and he needs a bit of composure. So his penalty savings might not be the best, so he might not be up for the big matches, and he's in a big league. But again, he came in as a free from CEC, who, to be quite honest, I've been looking at people like David and been praying that they're on 9 million. So he's probably going to go for like 11, 12, he's wanting to be Sporting. Yeah, he would be very good. Unfortunately, we can't get him. But yeah, you're just looking at the stock. People like that, this young 20-year-old, you know, he looks like he'd be a very good player. But yeah, is that Deco? Deco's still kicking around. 8k, you can see, yeah, I've been looking at a few players, even because we can't scout them, but it's worth it. Ryan Longman comes in from Brighton and Hove as a backup first team striker to Jack Hamilton and James Wallace. Growing, his stats are going up in some of the right areas. I would like first touch to be one of them, and maybe a bit more bravery, but hey ho. He also comes in with his mate Tobias Kleisner. I think that's how you say it. I do apologise to the Danish. He is capped at under 19 level. Again, for a 4-star player, I think if you were to look him up at probably at Brighton, maybe Rangers, Celtic, Chelsea, the bigger teams where they've got the better scouting networks, he is going to be at the very, very low ends of maybe 2.5 to 3-star player. Fortunately, we don't have that. He says he's better than what we have, but is he really? So yeah, and we have also Tomas Cardoso, as you can see. Again, he came in as a one that we couldn't really scout. It's outside. Oh no, we can scout. He came in outside of our scouting network. Again, what happened is, and it's another thing it really needs to get fixed. Sorry, I'm just kind of flicking through a few of the players now. The scout network got upgraded for the whole of Europe being in the Premier League, but it never came through when Cardoso came through. So seeing what he looked like, I mean, he's good, 22-year-old Portuguese. I kind of hit that kind of, right, yes, we need, it'll help. Physically wise, he's very good. Outside of that, he is not. So he probably has got a little bit left. He probably can train a few of these wee things up and down. So yeah, and out was of course Disti Silva. Yeah, not the greatest anymore. And Gary Brady went out on loan. Apparently he is not that far off the first team, we would see. But I think, is that not who we brought in last season? Yeah, it was from St Johnstone. I actually completely forgot we had him. So, yeah, there you go. Apparently he's made his senior debut in the Scottish Cup, and then we loaned him out to Cove Rangers. We did. He scored 2 goals in 14 appearances. And right now he played for all 4 games for Cowdenbeath and barely made a dent. So, we shall see. They released players. There's only 2, and that was the 2 goalkeepers of St Johnstone reserve goalkeeper Mark Hurst, who conceded a goal again for Elgin City. He was never really going to do anything. And Ryan Mullen ended up at Airdrie. He'll probably be a good good goalkeeper. Maybe not. No. Wow. 7-3, Ryan. Wow. Just, yeah. Apparently, yeah, you can see he's League 1 level. So you can see where young Ryan's went. Outside of that, there is absolutely nothing else to go through for us. So, we will be doing Aberdeen today. We'll probably miss these and we'll come back for the St Johnstone and Inverness game and so forth. Back to the normal 2 every 3, just so we're in this league. Hopefully we'll stay in it. Competition wise, it's the same, fight bravely against relegation. We're entered now in the 4th round of the Scottish Cup. Ka-ching! So we don't have to really go through it, and apparently we were just meant to be competitive, but try telling my team that, who have now decided after season 1 that getting rooted to the bottom of that table was not the greatest thing in the world, and have decided that the Brett Fred Cup is the way to go. The only cup we will not be competing in this season is the Iron Brew Cup. So we're good. Financial wise, we're only 6,000 in the red. We were massively in the red, but being in this league is really going to help. So without further ado, shall we get started? It's been a very long episode. Watson's got a slight knock, so we'll take him out and we'll put in White. Gordon can start. We'll stick him as no nonsense on defend. See if that helps. We're just going to quickly go through the edit instructions for some of these goalkeepers. Tackle harder, short passing, take fewer risks. Yep, that's exactly what I wanted to say. I'm just double checking that everything that I have put on before is still here. Yep. Yes, just because there's just something really not right about the instructions, or something doesn't sit right in this team, and I'm not quite sure what it is yet. So this is the lineup we're going with. Kennedy over Greenwood. Is Greenwood fit? He is not. A few of the team is not fit enough yet, so you can see we still got a few that are wanted out. Notts County, Shrewsbury and Ayr are all wanting Kennedy. Right now he is up there, so you can see that the team is looking reasonable. We've got a few players in there that could still go and so forth. Right now Ryan Blair is requested to leave, but doesn't look like he will be going anywhere, and he is not the greatest at the moment, so he probably will get punted out the club door. At the moment, Waters over Bierman. We're trying to figure out the better team. Bierman is Waters. Yeah, right. So we'll go with this team to start with. Who do we not have a recognised striker on the bench properly? No, we do not. Where is... Oh, Hamilton's there. So put Longman on instead of Biabai. Just because this team has had a very good start. Zhao's in for a bit of a shock, but hopefully he can do the business. So, ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. This is the start of what promises to be a epic season. Welcome to the Ladbrokes Premier League. So, obviously you know our team up front for Aberdeen is Grant. On the attacking midfield they have Kai, Crawford and Fitzpatrick. In defensive midfield they have Rothwell and Graham Shinney. In defence they have James Wharton, Nedilsrue, Dilvar and Joe Lewis in goals. On the bench for them is King, Bates, Buchman, I think it is Bachman, Buchanan maybe. Walker, Sentes, Yago and Payne. Also on the bench for us is Sendin, Bierman, Malley, Longman, Blair, Watson and Stevenson. So get this first team talk out the way for the new season. There we go. These players happy. I'm not expecting much this season, lads. If we draw our way to victory, we draw our way to victory. Yeah. So let's get going underway. Aberdeen to kick off. Grant to Crawford. to Ned. We're just going to call him Ned for the rest of it because it's going to be a lot easier. And it is 0-0. Oh, good save there. Crawford with a free kick. Good save by Zhao. I think it was anyway. No, it must have been a goal kick. Anyway, it is still 0-0. Story to Kleisner. McDonald. Story. Kilsner's there. McDonald. Out. Nice ball to Waters. He's there. And Kennedy. Wallace! There's our first goal in the Premier League. And it is by the man himself, James Wallace. A little bit of a goal scoring machine last season for us, but it's a nice ball here to Waters. It's a long ball, defender misses it, nice ball from Kennedy, and it just falls nicely for Wallace. Unlucky for Kennedy. Good save though from the keeper. Defence not alert. 1-0 Edinburgh City. And it's White to Wallace. Kennedy finds a ball, tries to find Hamilton, does, unfortunately can't get it under control. Story to Kleisner. He's got a bit of an overlap. Where's he going to go? He's going to have to go back a bit. McDonald does. Tries to find the ball around the corner to Waters. Finds Kleisner around the corner though. Kleisner does get tackled by Shinnie, but Shinnie's kind of going the wrong way. There's no one really there. Kai's in a foot race with Edinburgh City defenders. I think that was White to Rothwell. Now to Kai. Who going to cut inside? Zhao. Well played. Well held even. It's still 1-0. And I will just bring up half time there. Ooh, someone's just got sent off for Rangers. Ooh, it's still 0-0 between Kilmarnock and Celtic as well. We are hardly conceded any free kicks, struggle in possession and opposition. So, yeah, we're still a bit lacking in some things. Jack Hamilton's not really had a very good start to the game, very quiet. But it is what it is, so we're just going to send them back out there again. Bit assertively just say, far from pleased. Who's looking stressed? Callum Waters. Come on, Callum, son. We're a bit better than that. Wallace then to Story. We need to watch him. Waters. Story a bit hesitant there. It is still 1-0. Crawford to swing in the free kick. White, good clearance. McDonald not the greatest. Had time to take it down there, but does enough just for the Edinburgh City defence there for our defence even to crawl back. Kai does enough there. Well played. But Zhao straight out there, rushed out there nicely, grabbed the ball. There's that handling coming in. It's a big kick upfield. No one really there. Hamilton doesn't really chase. Again, he's not looking very interested so far. Midfield working hard to keep trying to get this ball back. Fitzpatrick comes down the line. No, Waters, big tackle, big statement sent there. Crawford into Grant. Oh, Carlin Grant. Zhao maybe could have done a little bit better, maybe. Just maybe, unless it was hit that hard. He did try to punch it by the looks of things. It's a big tackle from Waters. Unluckily, it just falls to Rothwell. Again, no one really picks him up. Crawford. Again, it's just a step out. Yeah, he tries to punch it and he really shouldn't have. Unfortunately, keeper mistake. 1-1. And it's Shinnie to Rothwell to Shinnie. Back to Shinnie, recycling it between the two of them. Aberdeen in a bit of ascendancy here. Zhao again, good save, corner kick. We have made our substitutes. Bit early, but I've had to make all three. Jake Watson's going to come on with Blair and Longman up front in replace of Story, who's had a quiet game, Hamilton and White. So Waters finds Kleisner. It's a long ball out, big, loads of space for Kennedy to run into here. Aberdeen defence and midfield have kind of stepped off from Watson. It's a nice ball, Kleisner's there. Keeps it alive. Waters, can he swing another one in for Wallace? And he does! 60th minute, James Wallace scores for Edinburgh City. We look quite good in this game, although we've said this before. It's over the top. Kleisner keeps it very much alive to Waters, who swings in a gorgeous ball. Waters absolutely Wallace stood every chance of getting on the end of that with a peachy volley. In here is just to see if it was offside. He's nowhere near being offside. Kennedy is, but Kennedy steps back onside. It kind of pulls the defender away. It is now 2-1 Edinburgh City. Never mind, here we go. Crawford is in. Oh, off the line from Watson. Great last ditch defending there. It is still 2-1 Edinburgh City. Crawford all the way out to Rothwell in acres of space. Zhao, good save. Watson off the line again. We are last ditch tackling here. Give them a bit of praise. Celtic have just taken the lead as well. It is looking. I'm not going to jinx it, lads. It's still 2-1 Edinburgh City. Watson to Wallace. to Kennedy, who's got space again to run into. Oh, tries to find Kleisner, can't. Oh, Grant is through, he's got a bit of pace about him. Goalkeeper's come out. Oh, looks like it's going to be a point in the first game, lads. Again, defence lacking a little bit there for that one ball. Kennedy makes the biggest mistake, and it's Delavert right over the top. Defence are not catching Grant, but looks like things 2-2. Oh, got a kick-off highlight. Blair to Wallace, finds Kleisner, cuts inside, finds Longman to Blair, finds Wallace. Oh, he's hit the post. Ooh, still 2-2, 4 left to play as we come up just to the final part of the game. Oh, is this going to be the killer? James, not really seen much of him, to Shinnie, back to James, to Rothwell. James keeps it in play, no one's really alive to it. No, Willie Collum, you can't be doing that. Right at the death of the game, I think we're about to lose to Aberdeen. Right at the death, this would be heartbreaking. Utterly heartbreaking. Zhao saves a penalty! Oh my days, Zhao, just clear it, son. Absolutely clear it. I think it's luck like that, ladies and gentlemen, that are going to keep us in this division. Wow. I can really... Yeah, it was unlucky a bit, lads, there. Again, a bit nerves coming into the new season, but wow. Taking the lead twice, unfortunately. Grant killed us off in the last there. It's a very good start, I have to say. It is a very good start, not for Rangers and Kilmarnock, but for us at least it's a good start. So, as you see, we're on 6,000 to end with. We're on now on 24. We are making money. Oh, glorious. I do like it. I don't care where we finish this season, to be quite honest. We could be 12th. So, we've got the Betfred Cup. So when we come back, it will be Motherwell and St Johnstone we play. We do. Oh yes, we also have got rid of them as an affiliate because we're in the same division. We now have Irakulis, I think that's how you would say it, from the Greek Super League. Yes. Apparently, I don't know if they've came up or what, but yes, they are there. Let's have a quick look at their season last year. They were in the Super League. They were in the Super League, and they were lucky to stay in the Super League by the looks of that form. They were very very lucky to be the looks of things to stay in. Oh no, fortunately I think they were rooted to the bottom. I don't think there is no second division. There is a National B, but I'm not sure if they actually go up. We'll soon find out. Hang on. Atromitis went up. Atromitis did come up, so I don't know how they stayed in the division then, but they did. So weirdly they stayed in the division. Yeah, they're going to be our new affiliate club. So when we come back, we will play the Steel Men and the Saints. Until then, guys, I love yous and leave yous. Bye for now. Remember to like, comment, subscribe below, and it's bye for now.